What's the deal? What is the deal? What goes on? You guys survived the weekend as well. Props to you. Props to you as we're filling up. What up? What up? Everybody doing well? Is everything copacetic? Matt, sober light up, fam. I did. That's why I'm a couple of minutes here after 8. It's because I was doing the damn thing. But now that that's over, we can move on. Let's get a little read in here as the daily and the weekly have both closed bearish. The thing about today is we've already created a bottom wick here for the weekly technically and for the daily, while respecting the daily support. So if we're able to close above resistances, we're going to continue up with the daily because we've bounced off a daily support, a higher time frame support. So until we re-break it, I can't look for buys. And I think the re-break is off the 5 where I had it earlier. Yeah. I think we're going closures about there, above there, 25.3. That was target yesterday. We had some buys for the Asian session yesterday, for a private session, and we hit BE, and then it hit target. What's up with the music the last few days? It's been loud as hell in my ear. There we go. Way better. I can hear myself think. Anyway. Let's mark up our range here. So the market is in decision mode right now. Created a support, came up, created a resistance, we filled the range. Ideally, you don't want to trade the refill of the range. You want to trade either the breakout, right, or the fake out. You don't want to hold this resistance and start coming back down because that gets a little bit more difficult to trade. You'll need closures below 24.95 here. Maybe 24.94 even. But if we continue up and we're able to close in 10 minutes above 25.3, I think there's a chance for COMEX open to get us up to next resistance, 25.04. How? Well, we're gonna need the 15 to pull up here and actually close above 2,500. And we're going to need the next 15 to create a bottom wick and drive off something. Ideally, either a level it drives off from or the previous resistance, higher time frame resistance, like here, right? Orders from there. A flip will be our entry for I was going to say for StockX, for COMEX. For StockX, if you want good sneakers, go to StockX. If you want good volume, wait for comics. Right? That's what we will look for, and we will also look to see if the market drives here or if it does come back in range, because if we're able to tap resistance and if we don't have an entry there, right, but we tap these areas and do this, then we can look for sells before this area, right? Understanding that we just bounced off a resistance. Right? I think this is also a previous 4-hour level. That was a previous low before we broke. Yeah, let's go to the 4-hour here. Yep, look at that. If we get rid of this, just mark this up right here. This is interesting because if we don't have a top wick on the next hourly candle and we just drive up there, I will take a sell here. Right there. Right, so if the next candle is able to do this, or if we do that before 8, if that's where we're able to close. Let me make this actually prettier. Say this candle pulls up here. I'm sorry, before 8:15. If this is the 15 closure, then my idea for sells here would be off 2504, as long as we don't have a bottom wick. So if the next candle just starts driving up like that, if we can get a top wick entry, it would be really lovely. Or we will get a top wick entry if we just continue up with no bottom wicks. Right? Sorry, so this is what we would look for. Entry here, look to come back down in range. And if it's gonna drive, it's gonna need bottom wicks. Because it's less likely to just continue driving here without bouncing off a support or a resistance that's now turned into a support. Typically you won't see it move in a straight line. Now, we have 2 minutes here for this 15. Doesn't look like it's pushing anywhere. Weed water wicks. Yep, the Holy Trinity. Looks it's a holiday. Where? Zimbabwe? Where is it a holiday? Ain't shit going on. It's just price action Mondays. Forex be forexing today. Oh, that 15 closed, no top wick. With the 30s open, it's got a bottom wick. Yeah, the hourly's grabbed the bottom wick. A holiday for every trader. Yes. It's a holiday for everyone that was part of the unemployment claims. If you were counted in the unemployment claims on Friday, today is a holiday for you. Chat's like, shut up, Wix. Why are you talking about me? Yeah, I think we're driving up above 2,500. I think we're going to need to tap at the very least 2,505 here, 2,504 areas. I'm looking for us to get to this area right here. So I'm looking before a decision is made. Because this is like the price drives through in these areas, right? These areas are just clean. There's nothing here. What up, Robert? All right. I think we said this yesterday. If this was in this very spot, I'm pretty sure that's where it happened at 24.97. I think we were saying, hey, we need to create a resistance and fill the range down, right, at some point. But was it ready to come up at that point? It wasn't ready to come up at that point. We needed to come up, come down, grab orders, you know. So at some point yesterday, we were expecting to fill the wick down before it makes a decision. Filled the wick down, and it's made the decision drive all the way up to the top of this range and keep knocking at a wall. Eventually you're going to break it. But yesterday we knocked at this area a few times, and now we're just kind of pushing through it. So if we just push right through here, I think the next hourly, the next candle that closes above here is going to be a strong indication of volume and where we're going. Don't like the fact that the previous 15 closed with no top wick. If it did close with a top wick, I would say, all right, we're coming up to resistance here. The next resistance. We got some room, and we have range based on the previous candle. We don't have a top wick, so I don't want to come up here 5, 6, 4, whatever, 8 pips and just reject down. I'd rather wait for a closure above. So it's COMEX open right now, but we are not above resistance. We're still below it. So you might see some volume, but that volume could come in any direction, bearish or bullish. If we closed above, I'd say, all right, we're continuing up with price action. Close that resistance. Seems like weekly is going to break its own high. Well, it only had last night market open to make a high, right? So we got the entire week ahead. I see you guys. I see some of yous already in buys. Oh, Wix9 is thinking buys. All right, bye. Let me get ahead. Let me get ahead of the trade. Hey, could work sometimes. Watching Dota 2 tournament. Yo, I read that on average, the Dota players have the highest IQ out of any gamers. Like, the highest IQ'd people play Dota. In the world, or just gamers? Like, no, out of all the online games, they have on average the highest IQ out of all gamers. Can we get rid of Daniel Jones? Well, here's the deal. They fucking paid him and let Saquon walk for nothing. They could have traded him. They should have signed him. The greatest running back of his generation, and they let him walk for nothing. They let him walk for nothing to a division rival. I hope the Giants go 0-17 this year. I'm a Giants fan, but they deserve it. They pay Daniel Jones, and they let Saquon walk. Fumbled the ball on this one. I don't know what their management is thinking. Got 4 minutes here to the 30 closes. I was gonna say till the 5 closes. Pay attention. Clean range up here, but I want a closure and I want a top wick. Yeah, the 4 hour never flipped here. Look at that. Support. Came down, but never closed below it. Next candle straight up. $30 closes, no top wick. I'm gonna have a sell limit right here, 2504.2. .1. If it closes with no top wick. So we got 3 minutes for that. Moved up the level a little bit to the hourly, to the 4 hour. Sorry. Let's see if we can close above a 4 hour level here. Uh. 2 minutes. So buys and sells are possible in this next 30-minute candle, depending on where this candle opens up and how this candle closes. We're going to play the relationship between the two candles now, right? You want this one to have a top wick, next one to have a bottom wick first, and drive up. If this one has no top wick and the first thing the next one does is come up, then we can look for sells. Because if this doesn't have a top wick, we'll take that as no more range. It's a 30-minute candle. And then if we bounce off a resistance and there's no more range to go up, we'll come back down in range. Or we'll see some kind of play here at 2504. With 2506 as a possible pineapple. So this is good. It's got some kind of wick. Like, look, the last time we've closed here. See that bottom wick? And this candle didn't have a massive top wick. But we do not have a top wick on this candle, chat. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to have a sell limit here. unless we come down, make a bottom. I didn't have one yet. But if we come down, make a bottom wick, then I won't. Oops. I'm gonna see how this plays out. If it re-breaks this low here that it's made right now, we're not gonna have a sell limit here just yet. Oh shit. Is the stream alright? My stream just crashed for a second. You guys hear me? YouTube bugging, we good? Alright, cool. We didn't really break the low on that 30, did we? Yeah, 2504.117. Yeah, I got a sell limit 2504.7 right here. Five 2504 flat, actually 25. So we closed with no top wick on a 30. Remember, we're pushing up, so we could blow right through this, but this is our initial point of a possible rejection, right? And 2506 areas for a pineapple. Okay, almost there. And we are activated, chat. All right. Got a short position here based on the previous candle closure and us reaching this resistance area or previous support area turned resistance. So we're looking for some reaction here based on the closure and this candle opening. A lot of bullish momentum, so you might see this blow past this area to 06, but just know why you're in positions and that drawdown is possible as price is driving against you. Advantage point is really the flip here, the flip of the candle. I'm going to close half here at 11. I'm gonna go break even now. Let's see if we can flip. So just closed half of my position at 11 pips here. Let's see if we can flip, because if we can flip, we have a really nice entry for a runner. Previous 30 had no wick. Okay, so we flipped here now. I'm gonna close full here at 20 pips, chat. Closing full here at 20 pips, just closed right where our possible first reaction could be. And congrats, there's your first trade. Be very careful here because the price could oh, look at that. What a great fucking closure, right on the dot. Chat, my entry was here from top of the candle to the bottom of the candle, wick to wick. Congratulations, everybody. You're part of the 2% of winning traders today. 98% of the trading world today is in the negative. You guys are winners. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yo, can we get a like for that? That was on the dot. Look at that entry. On the dot. Clean trade. Those types of trades are my favorite. They usually give you time to get 10 pips, and even if they're not allowing you the pineapple, the way out of it, like 95% of the time. This is honestly just what I've noticed on the daily, and I've applied this here. I've just moved it over to the 4-hour. Because when you look at the daily, look at the previous all-time highs. Look where the first reaction is when you came back here. Right? So the previous overall higher time frame support or resistance where it ranges, when it breaks that range to the next range, next time it comes back there, that's where you see a reaction. So we dropped down to the 4 and we said, all right, now that we went to the 4, we have this range, right? The previous range where we ranged at. We drove right through it. And I'm looking for this reaction at this area. And I also want to see if we previously have fallen in line in this range before. So I see this closure here, which fell in line with that wick. Now, this wick is really a range, right? So the range is from here to here. And next time we come back and tap that previous range, the earliest point of that range, we'll typically see a reaction. So that's what we saw. We saw a reaction here. And it's not like you can just take the trade in the reaction with that reaction or expecting that reaction, because you have to realize that it can just blow straight through it. You need other time frames to align. So right, we said this before we closed. If the 30 has no top wick and we open up with a top wick and get there, we'll see some kind of pullback because we're going to need to grab orders before it drive up. So the smaller time frame fell in line with the higher time frame and with the concept of us rejecting at that previous range low. It was pretty simple. It's simple, but it requires a bit more experience when you're trading against the market, right? As it's driving against you. Traders risk. I think the area where we took it, it's a middle of a range. So I think buys or sells, I think we would have been good here, because even at this resistance, market's going to need to grab orders. Like I think if it drove up, our pineapples would have done us right anyway. But let me record that. Win number 203. Yeah, now that we saw this initial reaction, we can't take a position off of there again. Now we want to see if the market respects and comes down, or starts being disrespectful and breaking highs. But guess what? We have 19 minutes for the 4-hour close. So you got some time to relax, take that trade in, absorb it, right? And then get ready and lock in for the 4-hour. Capiche? Did everybody understand the breakdown of the trade? We're talking about trades, and you guys are being fucking sea donkeys. Talking about getting better at this. How is finding out where Don Vo is or how his morning is going to make you any better? This is why the fuck you guys always fail, always lose, never learn. I don't know what, like, I don't know what else to say. Your focus is on the wrong thing. You guys have no attention span, right? Adderall much? Focus. Help yourself means fuck everybody else. Stop being part of the in crowd or trying to be cool in the chat. Focus on getting yourself better, because when this stream is over, you literally don't know anyone in this chat. And the only way to leave a good impression in the real world is to get better for yourself. Fuck everybody else. Literally. Stop caring about everybody else. They're not your friend. You think fucking... I don't know. Who's here? Let me see. You think Peggy or Jessica or Lori here is a girl? No, it's a 40-year-old man with boobs. Man boobs. You guys don't know anybody in these streams. Don blows 95% of investors' money. It's a problem if they ask where he is. Hold on. When you lose 95% of your money, you want to know where Don Bo is? Oh, wait. Let's start that over. Trader essay. How much money did you have in the MAM? I want to hear that first. Trader essay. How much money you had in the MAM? He gone. I didn't have shit. Why would I? So why the fuck are you asking about shit that has nothing to do with you? You don't have skin in the game. Whose advocate are you? You guy's a public defender. Bro, do better. Word, bro should be a lawyer. You guys, some of you guys should be detectives, and then some of you guys should be lawyers. Why you get so heated when DVS is mentioned? I don't. I get heated when it's all that's mentioned after a week of discussing it. It's been weeks. We've discussed it. We went over it. If you weren't here, doesn't mean the other 600 or 500 people want to hear this shit again. You think you're the first one? You show up here and you're like, all right, nobody's asked. Let me ask. No, it's been asked every day. It's embarrassing. You think it's okay? No, Donvo is my friend and I've learned not to doubt him. Ask people in the MAM how the MAM is doing right now. Right? I've learned. Here's the thing. Look, I said it last time. You do good for people for 5 years, for half a decade. You make one mistake, all of a sudden you're a villain. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear shit. He's done so much for the industry, and I've learned not to doubt him. Right? There are people who talk with their words, and there are people who talk with their actions. You know? Sit back, relax, and take notes. One mistake. I don't even think it was a mistake. I just, like, I don't know what he was looking at. I just know I didn't look over the trades. But I've spoken to him, right? He didn't lose on purpose. Lost his own money as well, right? And I think his mindset is a lot better when he's like less talkative. He trades better when he has no outside influence. I've learned in the half a decade of streaming and communicating with the kid every single day not to doubt him. So I'm going to stand behind him 100%, right? I don't like every single 95% of what social media has put out has been completely false, right? You guys are so influenced, so quick to jump on a bandwagon, right? Use your brain, common sense. You're saying he's going to come back? My money would be on that, yeah. If I was a betting man, that's where my money would be, yeah. If I was a betting man, I'd say his priority is to make sure everybody in the MAM is all good again. So it looks, and he doesn't want to come in. He doesn't owe you an explanation. Maybe if he blew the account. Where can I see how the MAM is doing? The comeback is going to shut up all the doubters. I believe so. That's why I'm letting the comeback happen. Who's in the MAM? Where is it? It's made back. It's at 26.1%. So it's made back over 20% of what was lost in a week. Interesting. Interesting. I think anyone that took my advice on that day of deposit more money in the MAM is doing pretty well. We got 10 minutes here, chat. 10 minutes for this 4-hour closure. No, your subs is at 26. I told you. I told you. You're telling me there wasn't any subs over the weekend, over the last 2 weeks, right? It's definitely shadow banned or shadow blocked, something. And the thing is, most of the people that are really concerned are not the ones in the MAM. The ones in the MAM are keeping their mouths shut. Or now they are. They were wild at first, right? It was like a zombie apocalypse at first. And every video that's come out, everyone's harping on one thing. One guy who lost his life savings by putting all of his life savings into a MAM and then complaining he's suicidal. Who's the asshole here? The guy that put all his life savings into a MAM, or a trader? Who's... I bet you if it was like 5% of your life savings, you probably would have taken another 5 and redeposited and be like, all right, that wasn't too bad, but you know. Farzo confirmed it was him. Damn, Farzo. I think that same, whoa, hold on. That same person, no, that same person that lost their entire life savings on Don Vo's account, this is somewhere in the chats, right? He was on our street. He full margined his own position. He said that it was his life savings, and then all of a sudden, on like 2 days later or like 3 days later, we saw him in streams full margining his own position. Not Don. Like what? Like, how am I supposed to have any kind of, you know, sympathy for the man? Or a kid, right? Sounds like a kid. LASIK. You know, I think that's a water pill. Furosemide. LASIK. Better go to a casino and put it all on red. Yep. Farzo, thanks for confirming that that was you. So price came back up and then came back down and reflipped on the 30. You see, if we actually had a runner, we would have hit BE here because it came back to entry price. There are rejections. Can we anticipate a pullback? That is a strong 4-hour candle. It doesn't have a bottom wick. Get rid of this now. I think the key will be here how we close, where the 4-hour closes. Will it respect the 4-hour level here at 25, or will we stay above it? If we stay above it, I think highly likely we come up. What are your thoughts on living in Dubai? I don't know. I've never been to Dubai. Can you tell us if it was the cat who asked for the treatment, or did you notice her walking unsteadily? No, she was running from me. I was like, come here, kitty. Yeah, it scratched me too, which is another lesson learned, right? You don't want to get hurt? Stop chasing the pussy. Cat. Pussy cat. If you guys think the shit I say is fucked up, imagine the shit I almost say. That's fucked up. When did you start trading? 2018. Everything's going to be bullish except this 30. Well, 30 and 15. How you like Miami over New York? Way better. A lot more than New York. Do you have a range 1, range 2 strategy? Yes. It was part of the evolutionary process. 5-15-30 bearish. Yeah. They are. So I said closure on the higher time frame. This is the most data that we get this session, the 4-hour closure. Let's see, maybe there's no bottom wick here. Let's see how we close. If we close here like we are right now, we're going to look for more buys. $20 seconds. Four-hour closed above. Wow. I'm going to take a buy right here. Oops, a bit late, but taking a buy here. I'm expecting the 4-hour to make a top wick at some point. So we respect that we closed above, and we first thing we did on this 4 hour was get a bottom wick. So at some point I'm going to expect this 4 hour to flip. Took a buy right as we opened up here. And I'm going to look for a pineapple at 24.99, that one. I got an entry at 25.3. Right here. Remember, 4 hours a long candle. We might see an hour or two of bearish movement. It's possible, but with the bullish momentum that we had on the 4 hour closure, right? And the fact that we closed above the range, and the fact that the 30 here did not have a bottom wick, we're using all of those things as confluence to look for buys here. This entry would have been better here. I saw this price. It just kind of bounced up too quick. I wanted to get in right here. I would have given us roughly 7 or 8 pips here. Oh, tape, right? We got to switch the tape. Let's bring it back. All right, we flipped here. Gonna close. Give me 10. I'm gonna close half here. Came out 9 pips, and I'm gonna go break even. So I got 9 pips and a BE. There's no more risk on the table. This is house money, and let's see what happens here. If it re-breaks the low and heads down, then I guess we secured half, but at least it's house money at this point. And BE hit. 9 pips and a BE. Once the 4 hour creates this top wick, right, and it flips, my trade is the drive. My trade is not pull back, stop it out, and then drive. My trade is the initial break and the drive. If it doesn't drive at that point and decides to come back, my trade's a bit different because it's created this top wick. So if it comes back down in range, it's a bit different than we didn't have a top wick, right? Now you have a top wick. Chances are, if you break this low, you can drive down further. So that's why we went BE, and that's why we secured some bacon, right? Slow and steady wins the long-term game. Let's get rid of this. Now, at this point, what I would like to see, if we can re-break the low here, create a steeper bottom wick, and then re-break the high, I will look for buys on the break of the high. But I would like for this to break the low of the current 4-hour. Because we grabbed these orders here, and then we pulled up, and it didn't drive. It came back to tap us out at BE, right? So if it didn't drive straight through there, for me to have confidence that now it has enough orders to drive, I'd like to actually grab more orders, right? So if we can grab more orders and then re-break the high, I'll say, all right, we got more orders. Now we can drive a bit steeper than what we did from here when we didn't grab them. So a re-break at a low on a 4 would do us well, right? Right now, if it starts re-breaking highs, then I'm gonna sit out of this re-break at a highs, because it didn't grab more orders, same amount of orders. So as it breaking highs, it can just recheck back down. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
What would I need to see it take a sell? Range 2 breakout. At this point, the way it's set up here. So where would our range 2 breakout be? You'd probably look for sells. Where do we drive from? Yeah. Right now, at this point, if we just come down heavy, there's no sells till we are below here. Below 24.94, I will look for sells. Unless, the only other way I can look for sells is if we actually come down here, get a bearish closure, and then form a support anywhere in here, right? If we can form a support anywhere within that area, like this, I'll say now you have your range 2 here, range 1 here, anything below here, anything below the break of that range 2, any closure below the break of that range 2 will bring us down. So these would be positions. Capiche? But for now, it looks like the 4-hour is not going to re-break the low, and it's heading up. Yeah, and don't forget, that's exactly, we have NYSE open in 20 minutes here. So another opportunity for volume. Your BE was 25.13. Ooh. It hit 25.13, no? Oh, wow. So you had a bit of a better entry. Because it just tapped our BE before going up, right? If we had the wick here, yeah, if anybody had the re-break out of highs, that's your 10 pips right there. Your advantage point is probably 25.032, 17 pips. Anyway, chat, drop a like. Come on. Can we get, how many likes we have right now? I see 22. Let's get to 300. Can we get 300 likes? Let's go. Also, while this 15 is printing, 559 watching. Yeah, we need to get 1,000 viewers, 500 likes. That would be cool. Do you trade alive? Yes. No top wick on that 5. 15 still open. Nice bottom wick. Would something like your first trade be valid for a sell setup? No, because we've already tapped that previous range. Like that tap already happened. That initial rejection or initial reaction in this area is what you're looking for. It already happened. Now you're heading back into that higher time frame range. All right. See how this 15 closes? Just pushing, 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 pushing. A little celery play happening here. Have a good day. Signing off. Thanks for all you do. Gotcha, P Hunter. Thinking of calling it. I'm really curious to see how the 30 closes here for NYC. We have a level here, gang, that we're tapping right across the board where we've come down from before. Be aware of it. I think you're looking for a closure above 2506 at this point, and you would like to see that on a 30. this is a strong rejection area, 2506. Clean traffic towards the 2516. Clean most recent. Still some levels along the way. Give me a sec, chat. I'm gonna be back in a couple of minutes. I'll go do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Let me give you guys some music. Oh, this is why they gave a heat advisory. Fuck. I'm melting. Weed, are you really getting high?
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
Thank you, band. Got quiet in here. Play that boom boom. I got that boom boom pow. Yeah, we're gonna see NYC open through. Wix dropped the nugget. Yeah, it was mine. It's mine. If anybody sees a nugget, give it back. I dropped it. Can we enter on a 30 seller play? Well, if you did, you'd be in drawdown right now. I'm not looking for sells here. We're massively bullish. The 4 hours got a bottom wick. This current 4 hours bullish, right? We would probably need to close back in range. It's quite a few things that still have to happen for sells. I went over this. We're going to need to close either below 24.94 or back below 2500 and then establish a support between 500 and 94. Explain celery in this situation right here. This was a celery play. It's the break of a bearish candle in a bullish direction at a support, or vice versa. Break of a bearish candle in a break of a bullish candle in a bearish direction after tapping a resistance. Gold nuggets, yeah, ain't nobody giving that shit back. It's gone. Now that the mango jam is cured, it came out so delicious. Pro with the mango jam. I wanna jam it with you. We jamming. And I know you like jamming too. You get a better high when you ingest your weed than smoke it? That's not true. I had to eat the entire fucking pack of joints last time I got pulled over on the highway. It does not, you know what it does? It makes you burp up weed. You burp up weed. Your burps smell like weed. It was a nice cop too. He gave me some time to eat it, right? Yeah, I had to eat the filter and everything. He gave me some time to eat it because he pulled me over on the highway, and when I pulled over, he got behind me. I was like, damn, what am I going to do with this joint that I'm smoking? And then he goes, driver, pull off the highway. So you know me. I pull off the highway at 5 miles an hour, and I missed the exit, the first exit, and I drove to the next exit while chewing my weed. And then I pulled over. I got pulled over in Opelika. And he came in, and he's asking me for my papers. I give him my papers, and I'm like burping up weed. I'm like, at the same time. Every time I join, there's always someone talking about, because they haven't learned yet, Edward, right? They haven't learned. Chat, you're approaching life from a wrong perspective, right? Or from a negative perspective, right? You got to count your blessings, not your troubles. And you guys like to count your troubles. You're manifesting negativity. Seems like 30 about to flip. You got 5 minutes for the closure here. Why didn't we enter on the 30-minute celery? Because I showed you a level here. See this white line? The beginning of this white line is a level that we need to pay attention to. So let's zoom out. See this beginning of this white line right here. right here. That's a level we need to pay attention to. So there was no sell replay as we tapped that area and went right back down. So that's why there was no sell replay on the break of the highs. Grabbed orders to break a tone low. That's fine. It's got to close. Remember I said for sells now I'd need it because we've already done that pullback. We're going to need range 2 breakouts. Trading is very nuanced. Like it's not difficult. It's very nuanced. You need to put in time. You got to learn the equations. You got to learn the variables. Then you got to learn the equation, and then you got to learn how to plug the variables into the equation. Do you still get butterflies from time to time when you Oh man. No? I hear smoke weed, I'm over there like,
just give me the light.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get no butterflies. I'm over there looking for a lighter. I'm gonna be smoking while others have butterflies. Butterflies. Those who get butterflies are like, I'm not sure if I should, maybe. And while they're thinking that, half the joint's gone. When we said butterflies.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
One minute here for the 30. I haven't really done anything. Any tips not to go on tilt? Yeah, have a very strict system. And when you take a loss, sit back till the highest probability trade from your system shows up. That guaranteed win, that stack, stack, stack type of win. Because you need to get back on track, right? Some people will say just step away from the charts, walk away. Well, we got a closure here on the 30, but you got to have a really strict system, and you have to have some self-control. So willpower is a thing. Feels bullish here. We got a minor wick, but I don't really like the range that we're in right? That bearish 15, bullish 30. But then they're all lining up now, right? The hourly, the 4 hour. Now everything's bullish on the 15 except the, and the 30 except the 15. But we did point out this resistance and why we didn't want to take positions on the seller replay. This is the same price point right now. And I see open here, so you might see some volume. But which direction is it going to go? We're in the middle of a range. We've respected a support. We've respected a resistance. Song name, Passion for Glory. Sad no setup. We had 2 trades today, 2 W's. Nothing sad about it. Four-hour reflipped. We still have bullish structure, right? We're making higher highs, higher lows on every candle so far on the 4-hour. The approach here should be, if you're really hunting for a trade, is to be patient. Opalaka is wild. Oh, there's way more to that story. I'm just not going to tell you the rest of it. Like I said, if you think the shit I say is fucked up, imagine the shit I almost say. Calling it a day. We might be close to calling it a day here too. Hey, watch, every time I say that, like 100 viewers dip. Run to the other stream hoppers. No, never met Briscoe. It's like, oh shit, you were in Brooklyn? You met Jay-Z? You met Biggie? Place is fucking big, dog. Where my stream hoppers at? I see 3 of you already tipped. Stream hoppers. Too soon, Junior. Was that? Is it a Fast and the Furious quote? They made a video about you saying you're next. Okay. Guess I'm doing something right. He thinks losses are bad. He's not wrong. I mean, you just don't need to share anything with Pops, right? Tell him you're learning. He's paying for your education right now. What pair you start trading? Every single one. My first day trading, I had 30 charts open. It's a weird video. He said you and Don. I don't know. And it's strange. People are saying things that contradict themselves, right? People are saying like, "Oh, he blew it on purpose," but he doesn't. Which one is it? Did it happen on purpose, or we don't know how to trade? Like, you know, they say both. And then the crazy thing is they say, nothing is factual, but it's like rumors online seem to indicate, like. Rumors online, bro. Do some research for your video. Pull a CoffeeZilla or something. And then it ends with, but our signal group did 14,986 pips last night. So if you join here, you would be better off. What did you think about CoffeeZilla's video about Trader's Domain, TrueBlue? I don't think CoffeeZilla, I think he did a great job, great production, right? But that's the thing, right? Great production seems to be working great if you want to fool a bunch of people. I don't think CoffeeZilla did enough research. I think he did a good job, but I don't think he did enough research. It's not his fault. He's just not absorbed in the industry, not involved in the industry, so he doesn't understand how a lot of things work, right? So if you're somebody from outside the industry, I can understand him coming to certain conclusions. But if you really understand how behind the scenes of the industry work, I think he would have been a little more careful or he would have been a little bit more right. He made quite a few mistakes in what he said. It was a 3-part series, right? It was like 2 hours worth of content. Hope your dad's good. Thank you. Appreciate it, Damon. He's actually at the doctor right now. I'm going to pick him up after stream. Well, mango season's over, so the squirrels they're still there. They're just always hungry and yelling at me. Every time I walk out, they're like, bah! 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 Almost had it there, mechanic. Squirrel. You using Eddie's keyboard? That guy's always off by a letter. almost spit out my coffee. No. We wouldn't want any of that. How's your cat? That wasn't my cat in the video. That was the neighbor's cat. He'll never know. Why your name looks 9? Because I can. I can do that. We're taking some guys here. Wait, what? No, we're not in any positions, chat. Remember, this is a 4-hour level here. And when I say level, it's not a specific price point. It's just within this range here. 03 to 06. You can come down from anywhere. From here, or from here. So I would like a closure above here. Okay. Ideally, you want to see this. Yeah, if we close 10 o'clock between 04 and 2500 flat, we're gonna call it. We'll leave it at 2 wins today. Look at that, we lost 100 viewers since I said that we might not have any more trades. Where are they going, chat? Where did they go? Where did they all go? We can't trade like this. People are missing. We got to figure out what happened to them. Looking for sources of income. Word. JOB funding. Plenty of traders streaming at this moment. Yeah, but you guys gotta be able to figure out where the value is. That's a dope name. Flippa. That's a real name too. Flippa. Got a question for you. Do you recommend prop firms? No. Got to be mentally challenged to think. You should learn from these guys. Which guys? Changing strategies, biggest account killer? Yeah, because then you're just lost in the sauce, right? You're going back and forth, back and forth. Charlene should be live too. What the fuck is a Charlene? Charlene. That sounds like a Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. How long take it to be profitable? A couple of years. A few years. The Aldi version of Chardonnay. That $4.99 a bottle. Is it better to have a 200 live or a prop firm with 10,000? It doesn't matter what's better. As long as you learn how to trade. Don't spend money on anything non-educational yet. And the best way to learn is 0.01. It's the best way to learn. That is the cheapest education, right? 0.01 with any kind of account is like going to Harvard on a scholarship. As long as you learn how to trade, you can, whatever you decide to trade, funded or live, it doesn't matter. As long as you learn and you're winning. As long as you're making money, right? Nobody gives a shit where the money comes from as long as you're making it. Well, actually, problem with people is they don't take 0.01 seriously. Change your approach. You can't, right? You can't walk before you crawl. You can't ball before you crawl. You gotta go through those stages. Because you have to understand why you're doing things. There has to be logic behind what you're doing. If you can't explain to me logically, right? I say take your trade to court, right? Become the prosecutor and build your case for a buy or for a sell. And if you're convinced beyond reasonable doubt, then you followed logic to get there, right? You were able to talk it out, voice it out, and actually convince it. Voice it out, speak to yourself, and then see if what you just said makes fucking sense. Say it to somebody else and see if they can follow you and follow your logic. That's why I say streaming has made me a better trader, because I get to talk about it and I get to voice out what I'm thinking, and then sometimes I'm like, that's fucking dumb. That don't make sense. And sometimes, most of the time, it's like, yeah, that makes complete sense. Right? But like, if you were to tell yourself, like listen to what you say and what your logic is, and then if you heard that, from somebody else, would you ridicule them or would you agree with them? Would it convince you? Yeah, see you later, John. What's your stop loss? I don't have stops. I don't trade with stops. Different every trade. Yesterday, our stops were 35 pips. Last night for the private session. got a weird text. Hello, I'm looking for a job. Are you? Am I what? Am I looking for a job or am I hiring? Which one? Are you? Job? A 4 hour, rebreaking the lows. Remember, I said we're going to need a range to breakout here. So we're going to need to close below here. Then we're going to need a bullish candle to show that we've created a support. Here's the idea is to drive off a resistance, right? And what happens with a bullish candle, right? If you were to get a bullish candle here, create a support, but you also now create a resistance, or you don't. You wait for the next candle to create a resistance, right? You wait for the candle to bounce off something, right? This area, or on a smaller time frame, this area. Right, so then as you start breaking these lows, you've already bounced off a resistance, and now you're breaking range 2. Because the support, once it finds a support, it's going to give the market a chance to drive back up. And if it doesn't drive back up, right, if it fails that drive up and stays below 2,500, we're going to come down to 95 areas. Yeah, it could, Damon, but I don't know if it will. I'm not going to base any entries on that. That NYC Open really didn't do much. Rejected, came down. Flipperachi. Yeah, Flipperachi is what we just had on this 4 hour. We got a Flipperachi. Flipperaki. That's what we just had. Wait for the 15? Yeah, that 15 is also the 30 and the hourly. Thank you, Damon. Yeah, that's starting to taste burnt. Yuck. Yeah, there isn't much tomorrow, a couple of yellow folders, but CPI on Wednesday. All right, Wednesday, put that in your calendar. 9/11 on your, actually, no, don't mark anything off for 9/11 on your calendar. Shit. You get pulled over, get your phone searched. What you got at 9/11? Let me guess, Don will make back the laws just like Ted always did on TD. Same thing. Not gonna lie, I regret not doing what Don did, and you with signals. Always laughed at it, but look at it now. Easy money for you. You, sir, know nothing about the industry. You are completely disillusioned. Read it to yourself. There's way, like, how could you think it's on purpose? There's way more, and then, all right, on purpose, you can't put the money reason behind it. There's way more money behind winning trades and running a profitable business than there is by taking losses. One-time loss, right? It make absolutely no sense. If it's for the money, it still makes no sense. Can't sell nicks and dimes, you'll never move a brick. Fact. You can move a brick, but you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it like a rinse and repeat situation. It's hard to move a brick every single day. Traded on my own today. W. You always backed up TD and Ted? No, that's where I traded on. I got $500,000 in TD. You think I don't have skin in the game? I got skin in the game. And I've also learned a lot from Ted. I don't care like what the person is like. There's value from everybody, like, right? What do we say before? Fuck, how does that saying go? Oh yeah, it was. I got friends with degrees, LLCs, and felonies, and I've learned from all of them. Right? I think we can use that. Like you can, everyone can provide value. It doesn't. They don't necessarily have to be, an outstanding citizen or a great person. But you could learn. There's value from a lot of people. I've learned a lot from Ted. call people the R word? I never call anybody the R word. That's a lie. Pull it up. Pull up the clip. You, sir, know nothing about me. All right, close below. It's a 15, it's a 30, it's an hourly closure. Back below, what you would like to see is a support established. Or if you're not able to establish that support, you want to drive, because you might tap these price points, right? You might tap the low of the range, come back up and drive down without ever closing if there's a lot of volume. So looks lovely to come down though. Right, so you have your range 1 breakout here. You are likelier to come back up in range in a range 1 breakout, right? That's why we wait for range 2. In a range 1 breakout, you are likelier to do this than you are to drive down. But on the off chance that it drives down, you wait for the second range to be created or broken. This is a nice 5 closure. Made a top wick. Yeah, I'm going to wait on the 15. I want to see if we can come back up and grab orders up here. I want to see an attempt to come back up. Staying below the previous candle wick, so it's respecting that for now. Because in a smaller time frame, that's the previous support. We'll see. Are we getting a new meme today? A new reel? So I have the idea for it. I just got to film it. What's up, Mr. Scotty? Right, you don't want to be in the pullback. You want to be in the volume candle that's driving. So look, we were just talking about this. So can we now create a support here, close bullish, but respect 2,500? Or can we close bearish with a bottom wick on the 15 in 7 minutes? So I wouldn't mind if it pushes down and pulls back up, and then grab orders at 2,500 to continue down. Can we do that? Just so we're clear, we want to see this, and then we want to see this. This area, actually, at the very least. Patience. I mean, you can have a little more patience now. We got 2 dubs today, right? So you can have more patience. Can we pull back now and leave a bottom wick? Sabale, right? Patience. Sabale. Got 4 minutes on this 15 close. Maximum number of lots, I don't know, with pineapples and stack, but it probably like 100, 120. You taking any more trades? It's not up to me. It's up to the market. The market's going to decide. How it's going to decide? Well, it's going to close here on the 15. And we're looking for a topic to bounce off a resistance so we could come down and finish the range down. We got 2 minutes here, so we're gonna wait for. Give me 1 sec, I'm gonna go do the damn thing. Got my J outside. What a lovely day outside. Inhale, exhale. Oh, this isn't a fucking. All right, getting a closure. No top wick on the 15 on the closure. I'm looking for a top wick here, at least 24,995. If we can do 24,995 and then re-break the lows, we're going to look for the wick fill if there's still room to fill. If it just comes down and starts filling the wick without a top wick, then we're going to call it a session. Bong. Yeah, if we break the lows here at this point, I'll take a sell. So let's put a sell stop on the break. Wow, look at that 30 flip. All right, sell stop right here. It's got to happen on this 15 candle. So it did everything we wanted. It closed below, gave us range, right? It closed with a wick. It was a 15 closure. And the very next 15 has now grabbed orders. Remember we said we wanted to attempt to come back up in range and fail. So it's done that. And this is a resistance that it's bouncing up from. Advantage point here is the fill of the wick. All right, we are activated here, chat. Activation Nation. It's done everything we wanted. So you'd rather be in a trade according to plan than not according to plan. Rebroke that low, huh? Rebroke its own low. So this is where you expect to drive, and if it doesn't drive, you'll have a chance to move down your stops. Once it rebreaks its own low, then I'll look for struggling. You know what, chat? I don't like this struggle at entry here. I'm gonna go break even here, and if it comes back up and takes us out, then it takes us out. Break even here, house money, okay? Because we rebroke the lows. So we are break even. It's house money at this point. I'm running around 6 pips in profit, 7 pips in profit. And can we drive through? If we can't drive through, this will be a second time it just tried to. Well, second time it rebroke the lows and pulled back. I'm not going to bank on a third one. All right. So we are break even here. One more push. Close in half here at the 11, and let's see if we can drive a little further. Got 11 on there. Let's actually see if we can get this one to 24.94.5. This will be full closure here. Once it gets here, it'll be 37 pips. It'll be full closure. $24.94.6, right? $24.94.6 will be full TP. Yeah, at this point, after 3 trades, we got a couple of W's. This is the third W. I only closed half. This has some potential for a runner. Just very low risk, high reward. As long as the bacon's secured, right? This position's a winner. It's win number 205. On the year. On the season. I guess the first 100 that dipped after our second trade, I guess they kind of missed out. We're about to, the runner's about to hit BE here. Very close. And BE hit on the runner. I think, chat, I think this is, that's our session here. It's been lovely. Anybody have any questions on that last W? No? No questions. Then, you know what? Chat, spam some dubs for the real. Oh, no, never mind. Hold on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't spam any dubs. Hold on. You can't do it. You know why? I'll tell you why right now. Can't do it. One. Hold on. Fuck. I messed up, chat. Yeah, you guys are spamming W's. I can't even film this. God damn it. Yeah, it says I gotta free up some storage in order to do more shit. So now I gotta go to my Christmas videos and all that shit, my Christmas collections. Oh man. Let's delete some shit. What are we deleting, chat? The kids, the friends, the memories, what are we deleting? It's 256 megabytes. What's the point of the cloud if this shit is still taking up phone space? All right, I'm gonna trash these. That's going in the bin. That's going in the trash bin. You have the 2 gigabyte package? 2 terabyte packet? I don't know what the fuck I have. No, this shit is 256 gigs. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if this works right now. Hold on. I think I got it. Cause chat, when I do reels, I do like 100 takes per reel. And they're all like stored in my phone. So there's a whole shitload of like non-used takes from the reel. You know, kind of like the shit that didn't make it into the movie. Ah, shit, it works. Chat, spam some W's. Because this shit works. Wait, let's get rid of this. Spam a whole bunch of W's. Dubs all day. Yeah, I don't know, man. This fucking phone's acting up. Oh shit. And our music was over. I'm like, why is it quiet in here? I want to see how this 30. Oh, 30 just closed. 15 bullish. 30 is a doji candle. Oof. Oof. Not too pretty on the 30. Because you've already grabbed orders here, right? Off of resistance. You drove down and you bounced back up. You're probably going to look for closures below 24.94 at this point if you want more sells. It was a really indecisive candle on the last 30. I don't know. Do we stick around for the hourly closure or do we call it a day? What are we doing? Two dubs, call it a day. 3 dubs. You were here for 2. We got 3 W's. I just don't have room to put a third W in here. Third W was plus 11. Love his, I like his streams. I'll take that. I will take that. Oh, I figured it out, chat. I figured it out. How to get more space. I just had to. I had to get stuff to the cloud. Wow, that was easy. Why couldn't I figure this out earlier? Oh, hell yeah. What? Sick. I got more space. Cloud, baby, cloud. All right, yeah, so fine, got that over with. Coming down. So remember how we said range 2 breakouts? You have a bullish closure here. And now if you're able to close below that bullish closure, you are likely to fill the range. But you have to wait. You have to be patient. You need to let candles close. I mean, you can be a cowboy, but long term, it's not too sustainable, right? So be patient. Chat, I'm going to call a session here. We got 3 W's today. Got a dip. Thank you for the stream. Appreciate you, Nate, as well. Yeah, I'm going to dip too. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Thank you guys for showing up. And tell your friends, like the stream. Go follow the IG if you want some funny reels. I don't know if today's going to be educational or if it's going to be a meme, but we'll see what happens. Clubhouse or Zoom gang, I'll see you in the Clubhouse. Signal channel, I'll be trading tonight, during Asian session, there's no stream for me, but I will be trading, so look out for signals tonight. Okay, that's my time, gang. And as for me, I'm out, and you already know the deal. Just like that, another New York session is in the books. Later.